Hello everyone and welcome to Factorio. I'm Par and I'll be playing Seablock today. In the previous episode, I don't remember, did we landfill lots of areas? I hope we did. We did something. Let me double check the spreadsheet. So the last notes that I have are saying that we built... Oh, we were learning fishing. That's what my last notes are saying. So I guess we were landfilling the areas and just waiting for the stuff to be... What is happening here? Why? Oh, we don't have a connection. And we're probably waiting for robots to landfill everything. Okay, that is kind of interesting, but I can also connect some rubber ports to this line, I believe. Right? I can, because this is powered from this power plant and we have a lot of power available. So, in today's episode, what should we do? I kind of want to build this block, but I also want to have a new depot made. So I don't know, what should we focus? I think we should focus on hybrid catalysts, because we have a huge shortage of them, right? And if you look at the trains, we don't really have a shortage of trains, so it's okay. Like, our current setup for the trains is okay. Like, this stuff is totally not okay. We don't have Bobmonium chunks, we don't have crushed Bobmonium, we don't have crushed Steratite, we still have don't crushed Steratite. That's bad. Right, and another thing that I wanted to check what exactly we need for these things. We need cobalt steel, and for cobalt steel, we have cobalt steel production over here. What's missing for oh, we are getting lots of cobalt steel. Look at this. Just look at this. This is great, and we don't have the cable. We don't have the cable. Look at this. We got some cobalt steel produced. It's finally there. It's finally produced. That's great. That is great. So we are sending either majority, I would say, to the right. Maybe we should actually send majority to the left, because I want the things to be... I don't want to export too much of this. I don't feel like it's needed. I don't want to export too much of cobalt ore. I guess we'll have some. Let's see. What do we still have here? We don't have anything really strange lying around here. That's good. So we have cobalt ore, so in theory we should be able to fix this part of the build at some point. Right, today let's do something useful. We don't need this part. We will build this thing and these things instead. Nice, and I'd say we can probably remove all of that. Especially once we get this rubber port, or even without it. There is enough coverage. Okay, that's good. Let's not focus on the train depot. We are not gonna have it. Is this a good place for train depot, or should we make it here? Let's see. So how it would go? The trains would come from here, like this. And for that they would need to make it turn. So I guess there is some value in having the depot placed here instead of there. Yeah, it's kind of like in the middle of this area. It's okay. We'll keep depot here. I want to focus on this block today. I want to make it really, really good. I want to basically upgrade the build. I want to take this build pretty much, and I want to upgrade it a little bit. So the things that I will change. We do not need this part. Well, maybe this part. We do not need this part at all. So it will just be gone completely. Right? I don't want this stuff at all. And I want to have different recipes here. We'll figure it out. So, how should we do it? What are we actually producing here? We have 20 geodes. Let's build a new one. I want to build a new one, a new build. We are gonna produce hybrid catalysts. This is basically the goal of the build. And let's say I want like a full yellow belt of them or something. For that, we need lots of mineral sludge and lots of crystal seedlings. For mineral sludge, we will be building, it's like how many? 35? Slag slurry. No, we are not using ceramic, we are using charcoal filtering. Okay, let's say we'll have like a little bit of that. I'm not sure how much. We'll have a tiny bit of that. We will have a lot of this process. And we'll have a lot of this one, both charcoal. What's going on? What? How? How did this happen? Did you get more than 600? Oh, look at this. We are getting 3 steam engines from somewhere. Where is that? I'm confused how exactly it's happening. I don't understand how exactly these things are getting blown up. I feel like we might have some, like a couple of extra connections somewhere that are breaking everything. I don't know. Let's ignore it for now. Let's just ignore it for now. Where is my build for geode processing? Is it like this one? No. It's not it. I cannot find the build. Oh, this one. Right, so the ratios we have is 2, 2, and then 8. Right, those are the ratios, and if we look this part, that's okay. We're producing 25 and 225. I think the numbers I'm really interested in crystal slurry. This number. So we are producing 33 of slag slurry. Oh, maybe this is the number. 43.3. That's the important one. And yeah, you know what? Let's just proceed with whatever we've been doing. So we want to get quite a bit of this stuff. And we want to have a little bit more for slag slurry, just a tiny bit. Let's see, how could we make it work? First of all, the amount of this stuff that we can produce We cannot actually produce 71.3. We can produce only 43.3. I believe. 43.3. So let's focus on that. 43.3 means that we should reduce it to maybe 10. Or maybe even 9. Let's say it's 9. Almost. 9.5. That's fine. That is good enough. And here, what should be the proportions? I'll basically have one filtration unit for this stuff, and we'll have 5 plus 5, meaning 11 filtration units for this too. I think that's how I should do it. So that means that in total, if I want to have 11, but I actually have 14. Okay. That's kinda a lot, to be honest, but it's fine. It's fine. Let's see and try to figure out what we can do here. So I have 14. That's a lot, but I want to change the recipes a bit, because like this stuff can be mineral sludge, and the connection here is probably good enough. It should probably work somehow, the most part. Right. It should work. Let's remove this line. I mean, I could keep it actually. Could keep it, it doesn't hurt. Doesn't really hurt us to have it. So we have... maybe... you know what, no. I'm gonna remove it because it's wasted material. And here, the tricky part is that I actually want to change this recipe to produce this stuff instead. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many do I need? 5, 6. Let's say 6, right? And here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6, 5, and a little bit more. It's heavily overbuilt, right? Because it's enough for us to have like 1, 5, and 5. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 5, and 3. It's fine. It's fine. We want to connect those things, obviously. To connect all of this, and we want to split. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, between these two. We want to have this two separate. Let's take a look. What do we have here? How come? Oh, we don't have a connection here because that's the way we are building stuff. We have one pipe for two. I'm not actually sure whether it's a good idea, to be honest, because we don't need that many of these things, right? Right, we don't need a lot of them. We basically need just two of each type. I mean, we could use like previous generation ones for this process. So we need only 2. Right? Let's try to figure out how to build it. Well, I think we'll have 6 here. Well, not 6, we'll have 3 here, and here it will be 1, 2, 3. And this one as well. No, we can remove this. We could actually place them over there. Let's do this. Let's do this. We want to have crystallizers, regular crystallizers. 1 crystallizer, 2 crystallizers, 3 crystallizers. 1, 2, 3. This should be enough, and we want to take stuff on the belts. We will need 3 per second. That is not a lot, right? Yeah, that's totally not allowed. I mean, how should we do it? I guess we could place inserters like this. Have a belt going here. Could have a belt going here. We'll have inserters, we'll rotate them correctly. And once they're rotated, we will want to send this stuff somewhere. Maybe like this, we'll see. And I want to have a better crystallizers. The thing is that we need only 2, I believe, right? Okay, we'll have 1. And we'll have another one here. So we'll have 2 crystallizers, and they need to get quite a bit of stuff. Let's merge them together so that we can output things like this. Right? And here the idea is that we'll have something placed like this and like this. Right, that's basically the process here. And above, I want to have a similar thing. Have very similar thing. So the problem is that I feel like it needs to be moved by 1 tile up, maybe, so that we have an easier time placing things with inserters there. Right, and here we want to have something along these lines, right? That's the process. So we have 1 belt, 2 belts, and we have a 3rd one here. But actually, that could make it a little bit nicer looking, or nice in my opinion, like this. Great. So with that done, let's configure the inserters correctly. We are taking stuff from here. Taking stuff from here, dropping things here. And this one will be dropping things here. And we can make one of them place things on the closer line. 1, 2, 3. Here we have 1, 2, 3. Nice. This is looking really good. Let's say that this mineral catalysts, right? And these ones are crystal catalysts. Great. So now we have a really good production of catalysts, and we'll also be making hybrid catalysts here. And I'll change these things to give priority to hybrid catalysts, because these are the important ones. This is the main output of this whole thing. What's here? Right, so that's how should I do this? I want to just kind of place stuff more or less randomly, to be honest. I mean, we could have something like this. One. But we could have this one just coming from this side, and this one coming from this side. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's it. We'll just need to insert some conditions. We want to change station name for it to be not this build, but we actually want to give it a different name, this one. And I don't want to have this reprocessing part at all here, because I believe it slows us down. So let's turn it off. Maybe I will not delete it, but I will keep it turned off, because I don't want it working and requesting things. I'm not sure, is this a good idea? Okay, so maybe we could just tell that I don't want to turn it off, just in case, because I want this combinator to export provider threshold of 50 millions. Right, I think we agreed not to do it, but if I set really low priority, then realistically, like, no chains should actually be sent here. And maybe at some point we'll actually change it. We'll see, I don't know. I do not know. What I do know is that I should have placed this part first with all the pumps and things before I started changing the build. Let's do this. Kinda. The port is in the way. What? Alright, I copied travel ports. That's okay. What is not okay is having this thing here. Oh no, because we just discussed that and agreed that we will not have it. Okay, let's see. Will this work or not? Okay, 1, 2. I want to have a connection here, obviously. I feel like this should do it. I feel like it should work. And I also feel like we don't have enough lights around this part of the base. Also have the same problem here, right? Yeah, it's a bit dark. What's the issue here? Why? Let me take a look. I want to check and understand why this is yellow. This was yellow. No one is consuming crystal slurry. They don't consume it because they don't have enough of this stuff, and they don't have enough because there are not enough filters. Okay, this makes lots of sense actually. This makes a lot of sense, and one thing I want to check really quickly. So if I were to make recharge filters, I need less than 1 assembly machine tree. That's good. That is good. So I have a feeling that this build should be working correctly now. I don't think there are any like real issues with this anymore. This part is not needed. And you know what? I would also say that this output should probably be like higher priority. Say like 50 or something. this should be higher priority than geodes. Probably, right? Yes, because I want to first rely on dedicated producers of anything, and only the things that I still have shortage of, only those should be worked by this kind of builds. That's the idea. That is the idea. Is this working? Kinda. We need more. We need more of these things. Here we also need lots of them. So why we are not getting stuff? Because we are waiting for crash stone. Okay, this makes sense. This makes actually perfect sense. Let's wait and see. And I think I forgot to add a power pole. And now we have power pole. The ratios are good, right? We have 3, 3, 2. That should be more than enough, and this is a little bit overbuilt, but yeah, it's okay. This should be it. This should be the block that gives us a lot of stuff. I also want to kind of copy it and start building it here, I guess. Because why have 2 city blocks doing something when you can... sorry, why have 1 city block doing something when you can have 2 city blocks doing the same thing, right? Why stop at 1 city block when you can build a couple? So I feel like that's what we want to delete here, probably. And another thing that I want to delete is this part, but we'll need to place stuff here, so I will not be touching it just yet. Let's just wait for the robots to do their thing. We can also tell the robots to collect some garbage that we... like, we always have some stuff. Oh. 18. Did you see it? 18 updates per second. Okay, now we can actually add a connection here. Nice. So this one is hybrid catalysts. We want 50,000 of those. We want a lot of hybrid catalysts. The top one is the mineral one, the regular one. And the bottom one is the green one. Nice. And that is it, I believe. Look at this. It's working, it's running, stuff is happening. Stuff is happening. And I don't understand where is the power pole. We need wires. We got wires. We need to have this connection. Okay, we have it. And I suspect we have the same problem. No, we might not have the problem there. We'll see. But first, let's take a look. Is this thing actually working? Is it working? What's this? What? You don't have a problem here. I am confused. I don't know how this happened. I actually don't understand how it even could have happened. How could we delete these items? Did it happen because of a reconstruction planner? No. I don't understand. I do not understand, but that's okay. It's okay to not understand some things. Okay, this stuff is working. For some reason we are using old build, right? Because we, I believe, are supposed to have this build nowadays. And I'm assuming this one is also incorrect. Right, yep. This one is supposed to be red, and this one is supposed to be red. Nice. And here we have first charcoal. First charcoal is getting delivered to us. Awesome, and this should make, like, this should start up, like, this should start the consumption of the crystal dust here. Look at this, it's going forward a little bit slowly, but you know, it's okay. We are producing lots and lots of catalysts. This is good. Alright, what I wanted. I wanted to give priority to the right, and these ones want to have priority to the left, because the main focus of this build is this catalysts, the hybrid catalysts. These are what these builds are for. Everything else is just byproduct. Like regular catalysts are just byproduct here. We will export only the excess. That's it, right? We will export only the excess. We will try to consume as much as we can. That's the idea of the build, anyway. I could actually make it look a little bit nice in theory, but I don't want to. Connections seem to be done correctly. Okay, that's good. We are getting some hybrid catalysts produced. So now, what should we do? Should I do anything about this part at all or not? No, I will wait for the water things to be placed first, and then we'll proceed once that is done. We'll continue with the build once that part is done. I guess I could increase the speed a bit. I can push it to like 65 bits per second. And that's because of the power overload mod. It's taking like 1.8 milliseconds for transformers. So the idea is that we will be getting rid of as many transformers as we can. We are not gonna use the building in the base. So if I take a look at catalysts, specifically at these ones, do we see a significant increase? I cannot see a significant increase that happened in this episode. I guess we need to request more of these things. No, let's request 500 for a moment, just to have lots of bots actually start the delivery. And where are the bots? Are they busy, maybe? Maybe our bots are busy. No, they are not really busy. I cannot say that they're busy. I guess the problem is that you're just not producing it fast enough. That's fine. What we can do, meanwhile, we can landfill this area, landfill this area, and maybe even this area. Nice. Great. This is looking really good so far. Actually, now that I think about it, we don't need this connection. We do not need it because we can connect the thing. It's already connected actually. We already have the connection here via the power poles. So that means that I can completely do the station. I don't have to play with priorities because we have power block nearby. It's gonna work pretty nicely. So this part is also not needed. This stuff is not needed, can be deleted. And I am gonna delete it because I don't want to have some extra things in the build. Yeah, and we have this extra couple of tiles. But yeah, at least we know what this lane is about, right? It's about mud. Okay, so this block will be powered directly by the power plant nearby, and this one will also be powered directly by the power plant, meaning that we probably don't need this either. We can delete it right now, and we don't need to have the connection in the future. Okay, I will not delete the spot yet because we are waiting for the water to be drilled. No, we have it already. We have it done. So that means that I can copy, let's say, this spot, maybe. Yeah, maybe this one. And I can just paste it here. And it should. Quick electric pole 2 is in the way. What? I am not quite sure what's the problem here. What is the problem? Quick electric pole. Oh, this one. Okay, I see. I see. So let's forget this part for now. I think it's in a pretty good shape. Let's move to this build. And we'll try to do something here. So first of all, we don't need this rubber ports. We don't need this stuff. We don't need this two rubber ports, and we don't need this one. At least I don't think we do. We might want to connect this two though. And with that done, I think we can proceed with clearing the base from all of like extra things that we don't particularly care about for this block. That is right. For this block, we don't need this stuff, but for other blocks, the same important, parts of the build. Right, we changed the recipes here. That's good. Everything is looking pretty good, to be honest. I need to update two things. I need to update this line and this line. Okay, they are updated. And now I need to copy the output. And to copy the output, we'll do two things. We'll copy the... Well, we don't even need to copy the combinator, but let's do it like this, right? We will copy it together with the combinator and with the train station name. Nice, look at this. The name is Geodes out, Geodes out. This is looking good. Let's check what's the status of filter production by producing the filters here. And filters need iron, and for some reason we are not given, like we are not bringing lots of iron. Is this spot shot on power? Yes, it's shot on power. Wow. Is our main network shot on power? It shouldn't really be. I mean, there are the jumps because of the way the transistors work, so it's a bit unfortunate. That's okay. That is okay. We will just stop using transistors, and we will not have any issues with the base. I hope it's not the explosions. I hope UPS costs are actually transistors and not checks for making sure the power poles do not have to explode. Because if it's that, then we are in a pretty bad spot. If that's the problem with UPS, then we are in a pretty bad spot. Okay, let's see. Yeah, this part is just being built. You don't really need to do anything particularly unusual on that side, right? You could maybe copy like this part of the base and just paste it. Should get pasted really easily. Nice. We could also get, this stuff with a couple of accumulators. Place it here. Do they have connection or not? I don't understand. I'm assuming they do, right? Right, they are connected. That's nice. I would say that is it. Let's wait a little bit for some of the things to be delivered. What exactly are we missing? I think lots of robots are just on the way. Oh, lots of robots are busy with landfilling. I see. Yeah, that's a problem. It should work. It should work okay-ish, even now. Oh, look at this. This look like fast robots, or like some... No, it's actually slow. Oh, this one is fast. How's the robot production looking? We are missing transistors, and for transistors, we are missing... What? We are missing silver wire? But we should have silver. Oh, we have silver, but we don't have silver wire? And we haven't requested the things here. I wanted to request silver wire here. Let's do this. Let's do this really quickly, because I want my robot production to be, like, happening all the time. Where is it? It's here. Let's actually, on this side, let's request... What should we request? Should I request copper cable? I could request copper, tin. We aren't producing copper cable actually, right? We are producing only tin cable. Let's say 20 stacks, right? That's what we are interested in. 20 stacks of tin. We're interested in 20 stacks of silver. We're interested in probably 20 stacks of gold. I'm not sure about that, but you know what? Let's not have it yet. Since we are not sure about that, this will be tin, and this will be silver, right? And we have the connection. Nice, and it should just work, I believe. So we're requesting tin. one and the silver one. Where is it? Where is our silver cable? What happened with it? We do not have enough silver. Where is our silver? We actually short on silver. Interesting. I'm surprised. I don't know what, like why we are using silver. So this part doesn't require a lot of it. And the blue chips, they kinda require a lot. And our silver production, what's the problem there? I believe it's this block. The problem is the lack of Bobmonium chunks. Okay, now I understand. Now I understand what's going on. We need Bobmonium chunks, and Bobmonium chunks are missing crushed Bobmonium. Oh, they were missing crushed Bobmonium in any case. Yeah. Alright, let's get back. We should have the silver thing, silver part figured out. We should have lots of silver. Now, how is this build going on? This is looking good. This one. Some things here look a bit strange. That's okay. The important part is to have, like, I mean, we basically want these ones to always run, right? We want these ones to never be yellow. But they are yellow now because we do not have enough filter frames to filter the what is this, crystal slurry into mineral sludge or into crystal seedling. We just don't have that stuff. Interesting. So it seems like we don't have enough. Very interesting. Seems like we are not producing this part enough, but we are overproducing that one. And we are producing that one because of the sludge. I can actually change this part a little bit. I could say that I want more things to go to this plants. I can say that this higher tier is like a higher priority, pretty much. Right, let's do this. Let's say that this one is higher priority. The problem is that they're still not producing it because of the lack of purified water. Oh, this is the problem. Look at this. This is the main problem with the build. Let's fix it. Let's fix it. We can fix it now. We need these things to receive purified water. And it's a bit tricky to do, to be honest, because we could have one delivered here, I guess. Let's do it. Let's say we are getting purified water. Oh, I cannot delete the spot either. We are removing excess. That is okay. I'll have this stuff connected like this. This is purified, purified, purified. This stuff requires purified water. And this one requires mineralized water. So here is where we are cutting the connection. So the above part requires mineralized water, except for these ones. And this part requires purified water. and I want to clear it. And why do we even have this connection? We have another connection? Okay, nice. We have it here. So this part is actually not used for anything, but we still have it in the build. Very interesting. Very interesting. Oh. Right, and I want to have something similar. No, not even here. I want to have something similar here. Okay, nice. Let's make the same changes on this side. And to do that, we can basically delete this part. We can delete, I guess, this part, delete this part. We'll delete these two things. We'll clear. Wait, we can't clear stuff here. That's okay. We can delete things, I guess, here. And with that, I believe it should be enough to copy this block, like this part of the build, up to, let's say, I mean, let's say here, doesn't really matter. Okay, the placement is not correct. Let's delete stuff here. And we also forgot the spot. Let's try again. And now it should work. Yep. It worked. And there is no connection between the two. Good. Let's take another look whether the changes that we made actually helped. They are supposed to have helped, right? That's the idea, but we are missing a couple of pipes. Because what we want the priority to be given to these catalysts, like higher tier ones, because mineral catalysts are super easy. Like we are getting lots of them in like these blocks, and we don't even know what to do with them, to be honest here. This part has a slightly higher priority, that's good. So how should we want, how do we want the priority to go? Probably want these ones to be the highest, then yeah, this one should be the highest priority. Let me change it from 1 to, let's say, 10 or something. So these ones should have the highest priority. Wait, provide priority. No, not the chunks. Crushed ones. I want them to be the highest priority, let's say 10. And I probably want to just copy this thing, to be honest. It's gonna be easier and faster if I do it from the map. 3, 4, right? 5 and 6. So priority is 10. Then next one, I will have a dedicated geode processing that I will place here. So I will have this two dedicated to Javelite and Saphirite. This will be Stevatite, Cratinium, and Rubite Bobmonium. So this will have like priority 9 or something. This one obviously has like the highest priority because it generates lots of hybrid catalysts, and all of this will have like default lowest priority, and they will produce like a combination of things, so that they, like, this will be used basically as a fallback, and we'll improve them once our robots finished finish like doing stuff by improving crystallizers here. We'll improve crystallizers once we actually see. Actually, we might even want to do it now. Should I do that? I'll do it later. It's okay. I want to focus on this build today. I really do. Right, so this part seems to be working. We are producing a lot of crystal catalysts. We do have a problem with this process. Alright, and the problem is that it doesn't get enough charcoal filters. That's okay, this will be fixed. That's not a huge issue. So let's not worry about it much. And we need, how many? Yes, we need 4.8 filter frames. So yellow belt should be more than enough for this. Yeah, it shouldn't be an issue at all. So this part kinda is prioritizing the left-hand side more. Maybe I shouldn't do it, you know what? Let's say that prioritization, if there is any, will come through this part, but I want to have like both of them, both of the catalysts to be produced. Do I? No, I don't. Never mind what I said. I don't. I want to prioritize this catalyst. I'm fine with the mineral catalysts not being produced here. I'm fine with that, honestly. The only kind of problem is would be if we are not producing hybrid catalysts at all, and we are spending all of materials on hybrid catalysts. That would be kinda bad. So how can we fix it? We could... let's try to do something with the conditions. We'll try to do something fancy. Let's say that in order for this thing to output anything, for this one to output, we need... there needs to be a connection. These ones are reading about content, right? We actually don't need to read this much, to be honest. We can just read one. That's fine. So we're reading about content, and we're reading it in a hold setup. And this one will be enabled only if the amount of... where is it? Of hybrid catalysts is higher than, say, 5. Would it work? No. I mean, it kind of works. But is this actually what we want to have? Do we really want 5? What's the speed with which we're producing? We're producing 9.5. I'm like really slowing this part down. Potentially for no reason. Why? No, you know what? I don't want that. Let's remove it. Because we can just remove this priority, and this should be enough, to be honest. Because this way we are guaranteed that crystal dust reaches both of these sides. They're like split really nicely, right here, right between the belts. So we have a guarantee that it reaches both of them, and then, yeah, And then we know that everything should work fine. Like this part, right? When it just starts up, it will kind of go to both sides. Why is it actually so slow? It's because of charcoal, I think, right? Right, because we're missing a loader, and we're missing a loader because it's flying. It's flying really, really slowly towards us. I don't even see the robot, but it's there somewhere, so it's flying. Alright. Is this block actually working? It's not because of the loader. But it should be working fine, right? Because... why do we have this part? We shouldn't need it. And we shouldn't need this one either. Alright, and... I have a feeling that we have a problem here. There shouldn't be such connection. Okay, so I removed the connection. Now it should work correctly. Let's double check that we don't have this issue here. We don't, they're not connected. Here. They are not connected any longer. Right. Right. Where is the loader? Here's the loader, and it should start up the process. Nice. And we should get lots of charcoal, and stuff will be working. I mean, I think that's it. I feel like we got hybrid catalysts. We got lots of hybrid catalysts from this. Maybe I should be looking at this build instead, because that's a better representation of what is actually happening. Yeah, and once we get even more of filter frames, these ones should start working properly. Because right now, this line doesn't get enough filter frames, or at least I don't think it does. It doesn't look like they're getting enough filter frames, to be honest. Sulfuric acid, it's here, it's being delivered there. Oh, not sulfuric acid, sulfuric wastewater. And yeah, we are producing lots of hybrid catalysts, and we have a red line here. That is nice. Will we be able to see? I want to see first hybrid catalyst being produced here, and then we'll stop the episode. So, while that is happening, let's think, what should we do in the next one? I mean, one obvious thing would be to just build lots of these blocks, to be honest. Because we could just... Okay, let's then fill this to make sure we do not have any areas like right in the middle of our base. So one obvious thing would be to copy-paste geode blocks here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can have 5 more copies of those. But I'm not fully... I guess it's a good idea. Yeah, we should probably do that. We should probably do that to solve this issue with the ores 1 and 4 all. Because then we shouldn't really have problems with the ores anymore. Do we still have problem with silver? We don't have problem with silver, interesting. Did we get some silver? No, we didn't. Will we get silver? Interesting. We do have a shortage of ammonium chunks. Okay. We do have the shortage. It's fine. It is honestly fine. Like, look at this. We don't have problems with copper, at least not the problems that we used to have, right? We don't have huge problems with silver, though. Like, the situation is not ideal, but it's not that bad. And we are producing some silver wires, which is great. So those will be exported, and they will be delivered to wherever they need to be delivered. Speaking of that, what's the priority here? The priority is 100, and priority here is... We don't have priority here. We got to give higher priority to the mall. I want mall to have the highest priority because we want to be able to build the base. Right, that's the idea. We want to be able to build the base even if like science doesn't get enough resources or something is not getting enough resources, the base should still be running. Okay, is this thing working? Yes, we produced a couple of hybrid catalysts, exactly what we wanted, and now it's just a matter of waiting for this chest to receive enough filters, right, filter frames. It takes a little bit of time for these blocks to start up, but you know, it's okay. It is okay. Oh, look at this. We basically have a full belt. Check this out. This is great. We have full belt of stuff being produced. I want to take a look at the graphs for the catalysts. Oh, look at this. We see a noticeable improvement, right? Increase from 1.2 hybrid catalysts to 1.8. I'm not sure exactly where. So the episode is 1 hour long and we are playing at one speed. One time speed. So the actual increase during this episode is from 1.2 to 1.8. So it's like 0.6. Does it match this one? 9.5 per second times 60. Yes, it's around 600. So it actually matches. Production graph matches. The build works as we expect it to work, and the best part is that once we get this one started and properly working, this number will increase to 2.5 thousands. So we'll have a lot, like really a lot of hybrid catalysts. I think we'll have more of them than we really need, but you know, I'm not gonna complain on some like on having extra hybrid catalysts, especially considering the issues that I've been having with them recently. So this is supposed to have highest priority, 50. Yeah, that's good. And what's the priority of this lines? This is 10. Right, this is good. This is really good because I want these ones to be higher priority than these ones. And these ones to be lower priority. Let me think. This one should be lower priority than these ones because I want stuff from here to be taken first, specifically all catalysts and all ores. And these blocks will have lower priority, meaning that brown catalysts and ores will first be taken from here, then they will be taken from here, and if crystal catalysts are needed, they will be taken first from here before being taken from the hybrid catalysts build, because hybrid catalyst builds, these are focused on hybrid catalysts. And that's what they're primarily exporting. Wait, no. If hybrid catalysts are needed, Sorry, if mineral catalysts are needed, they will actually be taken from this ones first. Oh, that's okay, because this is a byproduct. Okay, this is a byproduct, so I don't have to care about these things. Because as you can see, when things are running like normally, like during regular operation, we don't actually export anything except hybrid catalysts here. So we are not really wasting, you know, the products. Or you could say that we are not really wasting them. Nice. Let's go here, take another look. Spot is working. It's working in a little bit skewed fashion because we are waiting on the filter frames. The spot got updated. Nice. I like what I see. This build is... Oh. Why can't we pick this up? I don't understand it. It's okay. It is okay. Okay, so in this episode, we built 2 blocks. We built the blocks producing, like, dedicated to production hybrid catalysts. Like this block is the second one that hasn't fully ramped up. Maybe I should move towards this one, the one that is fully working, so that you can see how it's working. So this is the block. It's working, it's producing a lot of hybrid catalysts and a little bit of mineral ones, so it's like it's trying to do its best with production of hybrid catalysts, but sometimes it is experiencing some minor difficulties with like the ratios, because the input ratios are not really balanced. It's like just best effort, but we also have this extra crushed stone that is converted into catalyst, so it is what it is, basically. That's what I'm saying, it is what it is. And one other thing, because the priority of this block is the highest one, mineral catalysts from here will be taken first. So this excess of stone will not cause a blockage, because this catalyst will be consumed by something, right? Someone will consume them, and that will unblock everything else happening here. Yeah, that's a thing that I haven't really considered, to be honest. But anyway, that's how it's gonna work. We don't have recycling stations here because we do not need them. I don't want to, let's say, have this build distracted by processing of geodes, because as we noticed, when a batch of geodes comes in, let's say here, and these ones will also not be distracted. If the batch of geodes comes in, then this ratios get like unbalanced, and thing is not really working that well from that point on. So we will be a bit careful, I guess, with this kind of recycling stations. And I'm not sure I want to have recycling station here either. I probably don't want to have recycling station in this builds, like 6 ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that we'll have here. We'll see. Okay, so that was episode 128. Thanks everyone for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Cheers!